Hello, welcome to the podcast. This is Rachit, and today's topic is how to start working on cruise ships. Let's begin. Welcome. Finally, we are at the end of the year. Today, while I'm recording this podcast, this is the last day of the year 2020, and I'm sure everybody's thankful to God that it is finally over. Yes, 2020 is getting done. We are all happy that this year has passed, and we are looking forward to an exciting and improved or rejuvenating 2021. Everybody is expecting a lot from the year because generally people think it just cannot get worse. Being an optimistic is good, but being a realistic is important. So, yes, I will take every day as it comes, positive or negative, that is for that day to decide. Moving on with the topic for today, we will be starting a new conversation on how people can start working on cruise liners. Now, generally, people from the marine department have an idea because that is where their career has spanned throughout, where that is the direction in which they are moving right after they've done college or after they've completed their studies. So, marine department generally has an idea of what they are doing. The hotel section, the hotel department generally needs guidance. Let's see. Uh, it is very important. It is imperative that you find the right hiring partner. Based on the market condition that I see right now, based on everything that has happened post pandemic, people are not really happy because their lives, people have run out of money, their lives are not good, they are struggling. And to survive, more often than not, people resort to bad deeds. They try to scam, they try to fraud the other people. I'm sure most of us who are working on cruise liners would agree. At some point of time in the last year, they have got a mail from their ocean pays and the salaries at seas that there is some scam that is happening. So we have to be careful on that. So, yeah, many people are frauding and scamming. I won't say ignorance, but vulnerables is the term that I'd like to use because people who are desperate are generally vulnerable. They might not be ignorant, but it is just the desperation that makes them vulnerable. So it is very important for us to find the right way of getting hired. The world is right now available online. Everything and anything that you need can be done or can be found online. So try to look for legitimate websites of the companies that you want to get hired from and try to go through their careers link on the page and then direct as directed by the website. Just follow those steps and you will have an online application system somewhere on that website. And through that online application system, you can submit your application for whatever position that you want to join in as. Fuck. So, besides that, there are some hiring partners in various countries, every country worldwide, if not every country, I'd say, most of the countries worldwide, which are the crew base for maritime industry, they have something known as the hiring partner. Now, when a country has a hiring partner, they have their own marketing teams, they have their own advertising systems where they market the positions that are available. The first time that I had joined a cruise liner, I had gone through a newspaper ad that I saw with the position that I was intending to join at, and that pulled me towards that hiring partner. And somehow, if the hiring partner cannot get through to you, then use the same old medium again. Use the internet, find how many hiring partners or where the hiring partner is located in your region and try to get in touch with them. Once you're through to the hiring partner, you will submit your resume, submit your CVs, and wait for the call. Generally, it does not take more than 2 3 months, but at times I have seen people waiting for 6 to 7 months as well. Uh, from there onwards, I think it's all based on your luck, how lucky you are. Once you're done with the interview, you will have a three-step procedure which will complete or ascertain your job on board the cruise ship. Number one will be the medical, where you will have to do a full body checkup, which will be done only through a DG shipping or your marine approved or your company, the company that you're getting hired for. They will have their approved medical professionals. Only through them, only through those clinics, you will be able to get your medical test done. Once you're approved that you're medically fit to work on board a cruise liner, the next step that is required is getting the set of STCW certificates. Now, what is STCW certificates? Well, STCW stands for Standard of Training, Certification, and Watch Keeping. These are the basic requirements for anyone and everyone who works in the ocean, who works out in at sea, if I can put it that way. So that is the basic requirement. Once you get those certificates, that generally take roughly 20 days to complete all of them. They call them STCW, some countries call them BSTR, some countries call them HBST. So a lot of names, but yeah, it is basic safety training for everybody that goes and works offshore. Once that is done, the last step that is to be taken care of is getting a visa done for the country that you will be joining the ship from. The most important thing here is to make sure that people realize, or the person who's going to interview you for the position, for the visa, it is very important for them to realize that you are not going to jump ship. By jumping ship, that means run away on land or once you reach that country. It's not literally jumping the ship. So you will not jump ship. You will be following the codes that will be given to you by your company, where you will go out only when you are allowed to. When you go out on port, you'll follow the standards and etiquettes of how to behave, which will be provided by your company again. And you will return back to your home country. That is one thing that they are really interested in knowing. Once they have a guarantee that you are a nice guy, you are going to follow what is being told, then it should not be very difficult to get the visa. Once your visa is done, you are good to go. You're set and free to start working on board the ship that you are assigned to. And then that C1D visa, the visa for seafarers. C1D is the US visa for seafarers. Similarly, you have a CRM01, which is for UK. So every nationality, every country has their own. Like UK has CRM, Schengen has something else, China has something else, Australia has something else. So once your visa is done, your visa will be valid for 5 years. After that, you will have to renew it. Your medicals are valid for 2 years. After 2 years, every 2 years you'll have to renew, and your STCW have a validity of 5 years as well. So these certificates you have to retrain yourself, go through the medical procedures every 2 years, so that you can continue to work on cruise ships. That being said, it's not really difficult to get all of this done. If you're fit, if you're physically fit, if you don't have any medical conditions, then getting a medical done every 2 years should not be difficult. STCW, once you've done it, refreshers are very easy because once you're on board already, you know most of the things that are going to be taught to you. And once you have completed your 5 years of visa on C1D, that means that's an understanding to the company. Sorry, that's the understanding to the country that you are not going to jump the ship, and that is why I don't think after that it becomes difficult to get a renewal of C1D or CRM01. So that is how you join a cruise ship. That is how you start working for a cruise ship when you're from the hotel section. We will be continuing these podcasts and we will be talking a lot about a hell lot of topics that we have on our hand to discuss. The first things first, I should be saying, uh, a very happy and a prosperous new year to you and your family and your loved ones and your friends. I hope the next year is better for all of you than what it is right now, and there is an improvement in everybody's life. That's it for this podcast. Like this podcast, share this podcast with your friends, subscribe it so that you keep getting the information on the videos and the podcasts that are going to come through. There's a hell lot of action coming your way. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see each other, as in, you'll see me when the video podcast starts. Until then, see you when I see you.